To remain private, Max told his sister. Maria wriggled out of Michael's grasp, grabbed the candy bar from Max, and took a huge bite. "So, what did you think?" Max asked her, once she'd chewed and swallowed. She wrinkled her nose. "I can't believe we were eating the same thing," she answered. She lowered her voice. I know aliens have different taste buds or whatever, but I saw your face. You looked like you were about to have She stopped mid-sentence, and her cheeks got all pink. "A what?" Michael pressed, his gray eyes flashing with amusement. "Come on, Maria. A what?" An original experience," she blurted out, her cheeks going from pink to near purple. "Now that I'm connected to the consciousness, it's like everything is new to me," Max explained. "When I tasted the astronut, it wasn't just me. It was all these beings who'd never had anything like it." "Can't you just block them out?" Isabel asked. "I used to decide when I wanted to make the connection," Max explained. "Now it's pretty much permanent. But I can sort of turn the volume up or down." "Permanent," Isabel repeated. She stacked her empty sweetener packets, making sure all the edges were perfectly in line. Then she reached across the table, snagged Liz's empty sugar packet, and stuck it on top of the pile. She's freaked by the idea, Max realized. Isabel always went into her clean and organize routine when she was upset. "It's actually kind of cool," he told her. "It's like everything you do, you're doing it for the first time. Their reactions feel almost like your reactions, and everything becomes much more intense. But you can't turn them off. You can only turn them down. Is that the deal?" Michael asked. He didn't sound happy. "Pretty much," Max answered. Michael shoved his hands through his spiky black hair. "I read about this guy in Japan who agreed to stay in his apartment for 1 year and have his whole life broadcast on TV. He only got to have stuff he won in contests, so at first he didn't have food or clothes or even toilet paper. The guy was wiping his butt with his hand, and everyone was watching him on the tube." Michael paused for breath and jabbed his finger at Max. "You're that guy, Max." "Hey, I always use toilet paper," Max joked. Michael didn't even crack a smile. "Pretty soon I'm going to be that guy, too." "Even I'm going to be that guy," Isabel said. It was true, or at least it was true that Michael and Isabel would have to make their own connections to the consciousness when they went through their Akinos. If they didn't, they'd die. "And anyway, you're the one who's going to have most of the original experiences," Michael said. "If I eat an astronut after my Akino, the consciousness will have already tasted it through you, so—" "Forget the chocolate bar," Isabel interrupted. "Max, if you're going to insist on being in communication with the beings, at least talk about something important," she snapped. "Have you even bothered to ask them about Alex today?" A wave of guilt crashed over Max. Alex Maines was one of his best friends. It hadn't even been 2 weeks since Alex had gotten sucked through the wormhole and ended up on Max's home planet. "I'll do it right now," Max answered. He took a couple of slow breaths and allowed his connection to the beings to deepen until he felt his aura begin to dissolve into the ocean of auras that formed the consciousness. He formed a mental picture of Alex, dark red hair, green eyes, trying to mix in a sense of Alex's whacked sense of humor and his take-no-prisoners attitude when it came to protecting the people he cared about. Then he threw the image out into the consciousness and surfed through the auras, picking up their reactions. What he got back reassured him. Alex was alive, unharmed. The beings were still getting used to his presence, but they... Suddenly, Max hit a pocket of auras that felt like molten steel. He'd been swept into this pocket before, or...